All right, we will call the Baxter Economic Development Authority meeting of Tuesday, May 4th to order. Roll call, please.
Lucio.
Here.
Olson.
Here.
Tabit.
Here.
Ward.
Here.
Cross.
Here. All right, item 3A, approve the EDA minutes from March 2nd, 2020.
Connie will make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Connie, second by Talbot. Any comments or discussion? Okay, all those in favor, we will vote.
Lucio.
Yes.
Olson.
Whoops. Yes.
Tabit.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
And Cross.
Yes. Any comments or questions at this point? Hearing none, we will move on to old business. Do we have anything under old business?
We do not.
Okay, we'll move on to new business. Election and appointment of EDA officers.
Yes, as required by city code, we do appoint EDA officers. There are 6 positions: the president, vice president, treasurer. Those positions need to be held by an elected member, so one of the commissioners. The other 3 positions, the executive director, secretary, and assistant treasurer, are typically held by city staff as they deal with day-to-day conduct of EDA business. Time has been set aside to have discussion, but we are recommending the appointment of myself as the executive director, Kelly Steele as secretary, and Jeremy Vasinek as assistant treasurer, as we have normally have done, and then ask for the appointments or discussion and appointments of the president, vice president, and treasurer.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, do you have a slate of appointments?
Well, these are elected. I don't have,
No, I mean, the
I'm sorry.
never mind.
Yeah. Looks like the only one, obviously, that has to change is Todd. The others could stand, depending on what the group wants to do. The other 2 could stay, but obviously we've got to replace Todd, if nothing else.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and vote on the 3 appointed members of staff, if that's all right. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? We'll do a roll call.
Lucio.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes?
Tabit.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Cross.
Yes. Excuse me. Okay, for the other 3 positions, do we have any discussion or nominees for president, vice president, and what was the other one?
Treasurer.
Treasurer.
Treasurer. What was Todd?
He was the treasurer, yeah.
Okay.
Are there heavy duties with treasurer? I don't know. I think I'm sitting at vice president from last year, so I would be happy to stick there or whatever, but I don't know do we know what the treasurer's actual duties are, just for discussion points there? Just kind of.
From time to time is to work with the finance director to sign documents when necessary.
Okay, I'm sitting president, and I'd be happy to stay there if if you would like. Otherwise, I could move to treasurer too. So whatever the group would like to see. Do we have a volunteer that would like to be treasurer?
Well, I could do it if think it's something I can handle. I don't know how often you meet, or I should know, but I don't.
I think we meet quarterly or sooner if required.
Oh, sure, I can do that.
All right, well, I'll throw a slate out there. I will make a motion to have Councilman Tab as president, Councilman Lucio as treasurer, myself.
Can you repeat that?
And if that works for everyone, I will entertain a motion for that.
Just for the record, you froze for a second. Would you repeat your list?
Tabit, vice president, Licio, treasurer, and Cross, president.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, we need a roll call.
Licio,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes,
Cabot,
Yes.
Ward,
Yes.
Cross.
Yes. All right, thank you. 6B, authorize the completion of a real estate report for certain city and EDA properties.
Back in the first quarter of 2020 at our EDA meeting, there are members of the EDA that expressed interest in promoting or being a little bit more active in the promoting or marketing of city and city-owned properties. Unfortunately, due to several events that occurred over the last year, it's prevented staff from taking on this work or the directive until just recently. After considerable internal discussions, staff is of the opinion that the first step that the EDA should do is to have a real estate report completed on the 25 properties that are included as Exhibit A in your packet. The report would provide the city and the EDA with a range of market value for each property and a list of current inventory of like properties, as well as the marketing, typical marketing times for the properties in question. The completion of the report will allow the EDA to review the differences in market value and the amount of money that we have invested into each of those property, evaluate the current market, and determine if and how we would like to proceed to market each property. We did reach out to Bill Ludinia, who is the city's primary appraiser, and to provide us with a quote for the completion of the said report for the 25 properties. Mr. Ludinia has replied with a quote of $2,500, which is $100 per property. The quote that was submitted is within the range that staff expected for the proposed services. We're asking the EDA to take action and authorize staff to execute the contract or a contract with Ludinia for an amount not to exceed $2,500.
Okay, hearing that, any discussion on that? Sounds like a reasonable first step.
I'll move approval if there's no discussion. I can't tell if maybe anybody froze up there or not, but
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second. Connie?
All right, motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Licio,
Yes.
Olson,
yes,
Tabit,
yes.
Ward,
Yes.
and Cross.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Number 7, any updates?
Not at this time. The only thing that we're monitoring is the current legislation that affects economic development, and at this point in time, there's nothing to report.
Okay. Anyone else on the ADA have any, or staff have any comments? All right, hearing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Oh,
Okay,
I,
we have
Oh.
a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Who had the first, but I'll first or second.
All right, Licio,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes?
Tabit,
yes.
Ward,
Yes.
Cross.